Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do my June 2025 book haul. So, there might be more books since I'll be going on vacation at the end of the month, but I'm filming this ahead of time. So this is what I have as of around the 22nd. So, we'll just see. So, anyway, I have bought a lot of books, even though I tried really hard not to. I did get something in that had been ordered months before, so there's that too. But I still bought more books than I planned on. There's a few pre-orders and some other things, and then somebody very kindly gifted me 3 books. So let's start with those. So my subscriber Lynn, who is a great commenter, she bought me a few books as a late belated birthday present. My birthday was back in May, but she got me 3 books. The first one was The Midnight Pack by Jasmine Kulasha, something like that. This is the first book in a werewolf romantic urban fantasy. I think it's Jericho James is the main character, and she is, I think, a private investigator, and she deals with debunking mythical creature sightings. And so it's going to take place in Maine. Anyway, sounds really good. I love urban fantasy. And again, if there's a romance in that as well, that'll be fun. I'm not sure if I would consider this urban fantasy or paranormal romance yet, because we haven't read it yet. But I'm really looking forward to this because I just don't feel there's as much coming out of the kind of urban fantasy that I enjoy, or even paranormal romances. I'm reading a lot of older ones, but anyway, I'm really looking forward to that one. I mean, I'm guessing there's a wolf, and it's this werewolf pack, so that should be fun. Speaking of wolves, I got the first book in the Wolves of Ruin series, Direbound by Sable Swanson. So this is a fantasy romance about a woman whose sister has gone missing, or to the enemy, or somehow got taken by the enemy. So she joins the army in order to go and rescue her. But she picks it, unfortunately, as the year where recruits are forced to try to bond with dire wolves. And I don't think it goes the way anybody planned, because that's not what she planned on doing. So I think it's her with training of that and dealing with it. So anyway, I'm really looking forward to this. I've heard some really good things about the beginning of this series. So, and it has been now traditionally picked up. So I think there'll be other versions coming out, but she got me the indie version, which is awesome. So I will hopefully read that fairly soon. And then another book, she got me Silver Elite by Dani Francis. So this is more of a dystopian. I don't know if there's fantasy as well, like, or fantasy romance. It's definitely dystopian. And I don't know a whole bunch about this, except that it has to do with psychics and other, I don't remember, and she has to join some, I think, some group or something. I don't know a whole lot about it. I just know a lot of people are talking about this because a lot of people were reading it and really enjoying it. And then there's the whole thing about we don't know who Dani Francis is, which again, as a writer and people having pen names, I don't have any problem with people using pen names. Like, that's not, there's so many writers who do that for a reason, through history have done that. So I don't have a problem with the controversy on that. My only problem is a few of the things of if this is a publisher protecting somebody. But other than that, I don't have a problem at least at this point. I do want to try it. So again, another book I want to get to soon because it just sounds so interesting. And I can't know if you tell, but it does have the silver edges. So thank you, Lynn, so much. I so much appreciate you. That was really a great surprise when they showed up. I really appreciate that. So then let's talk about a series that I picked up. The next three books in a series, because I read the first book and I had to go out the day that I finished it to pick up the other ones. And so I picked up, I had read Ruthless Creatures, and then I picked up Carnal Urges, Savage Hearts, and Brutal Vows, which are books 2, 3, and 4 in the Queens and Monster series by J.T. Gissinger. So these are mafia romances. They're interconnected with different main characters in each one. They all had pretty sprayed edges, so I wanted to make sure I got them before they went away. They are now being traditionally published. They were self-pub or indie published. I'm not sure which. But I, again, have fallen down the rabbit hole of wanting to read like everything by J.T. Kissinger, and I did start with this. I started with another book, Pen Pal, which is like right here, and like my favorite, probably my favorite book of the year. So I'm trying to pick up some of her other books. Oh, forget it. We'll just leave it there. Anyway, so as I said, I read the first book in this series, and I've already read the second book, Carnal Urges, which I really, really enjoyed. But I'm hoping to get to the other two coming in July. So anyway, I did buy that. A couple pre-orders. Let's do those next. I got the paperback version of House of Flame and Shadow, by the third book in the Crescent City series by Sarah J. Maas. This is the Barnes & Noble version. I have the other two in this version. So I have I'm going to get rid of my hardback because I have not got to this yet, because again, it wasn't until it came out that everybody said I had to read the ACOTAR series at least, and they made me throw in a glass. So I put this book on hold because I have read the first two books in the Crescent City, which is an urban fantasy but on a different world, and just so awesome. Like it was I really liked the first book. The second book was fine. I still really enjoyed it. It just wasn't as good as the first book. But I know so many people have railed about, you know, there's good and bad things about this one, but I still wanted a copy that matched the other two that I had, and I will get rid of the hardback because I don't need it, because I'm not going to read it. So someday I'll get to this book. Just not right now, but I bought that. I did pick up book 3 in the Four Winds series by Alexandra Warwick. So Southwind is book 3 in this series. So I've read the Northwind last year, I think. Was it last year? And I still have the Westwind to read. It's on my TBR shelf out there. Now I have the Southwind. So I'm not sure when the Eastwind is coming out, but I really should catch up on the series. These are fantasy romances that take place on this world where each wind is kind of, there's, I think it's like a god of some sort. And then I know the first one was a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I don't know about this one. Oh, this one's a Sleeping Beauty and Theseus and the Minotaur retelling. So I don't know. As I said, I need to read book 2 and then get to this one. So this one I just took a chance on. Because I already bought the other two. I've only read one, but hey, well, we're working on it. And then I got my copy of Revel in the Deep by Katie Robert. This is book 3 in the, what series is this? Crimson Sails, I believe. So I am part of her Patreon. So I do get some art cards and a signature sticker. So I will put that in at some point. I have read the first 2 in this series. This is Pirate Fantasy Romance. They were just fun. She is, like I said, I always enjoy her smut, and just her stories are fun. Her characters are all different, all across the spectrum. I'm not even sure what this one's about. I might have to read the other two too, and reread them before reading this, but we'll see. I am looking forward to finishing up this series. Again, pirates. Sounds fun. And then a couple books that I did pre-order these, but I don't know why I did. Probably the sprayed edges got me, because they're pretty. And that is Spark of the Everflame and Glow of the Everflame by Penn Cole. So this series is very popular, was indie, and then it was traditionally published, and I didn't want to buy the hardback, so I waited for the paperbacks to come out. So I don't know a whole lot about these, and that's why I'm like, why did I buy both of them? But their pre-orders for the paperbacks with the sprayed edges was the same date. So anyway, I got them. We'll see how it goes. I'm hoping to get to Spark of the Everflame fairly soon. It is on, I am thinking about it and thinking I should get to it. But I know it has to do with a woman who, I don't know if her mother disappeared or she's supposed to not go somewhere, and then she does, and she gets kind of tangled up with other people because of that. That's about all I remember. I know a lot of people love the second book and the third book. So I know the first book is definitely a first book, but I still want to try this. So we will hopefully get to that at some point. Yeah, I should not have bought both of them, but I did. And then a couple other pre-orders I got for like contemporary romances. I got Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood. I keep buying her stuff. I need to read more of her stuff. This is supposed to be kind of a sequel or a companion novel to Not in Love, which I have not read yet. I was hoping to get to it this month, but it just didn't happen. But this one is an age gap romance. So I don't know much about it, but they have to go to I think to a wedding or something. Yeah, they go to a wedding, and I don't know what happens. I have no idea. Actually, no idea. Anyway, I'm not there yet, so. And then I also got Cash by Jessica Peterson. This is the first book in the Lucky River Ranch series. So this is a cowboy romance. I think the main character, she inherits, or her father passes away, and she goes back to take over the family ranch, and the guy who's in charge, or the manager of it, I don't think they get along. I'm not sure. Who knows? I don't know. I don't remember. I just heard people talking about this series, and I wanted to try it because, again, I've really enjoyed Elsie Silver, and which I need to get back to that series, and Lila Sage, which I just finished that series. So anyway, it was a cool addition. So I'm going to try that. We'll see what happens. And then 2 I bought yesterday when I'm filming this, and because I had a gift card to Barnes & Noble. So I picked up Beautiful Venom by Rena Kent. This is the first book. Oh, I don't know what the series name is. Oh no, is it not going to tell me? I don't know the name of the series because it doesn't say. But I think it's like a hockey, but it's like a dark hockey romance. From what I understand, is that something happened and the main female character is going after this elite college hockey team. They did something and she's going after them. And I think then she thinks, oh, I'm going to go after this one guy. He looks like the easy hit. And it turns out he's not. Again, I have not read fully a book by her. I did start one, which I'm really excited to continue. And I just went ahead and got this because I had the gift card and I really liked the Barnes & Noble copy with the sprayed edges. I couldn't help myself. Anyway, and then I was also there and I picked up Truly Madly Deeply by L.J. Shen. So I think this is the first book in the Forbidden Love series. I'm not sure. First or second. I'm not sure. I think it's the first book. So this one is, I thought it was interesting because it has to do with a chef. I think things are going on in his life. He's crazy. And then I think his sister's best friend shows up and she needs like a job. And, so I don't know if they've been tiptoeing around each other for years, but it's, so it's a best friend's older brother thing. So anyway, it sounded good. I wanted to try it again. It was another sprayed edge one, but really I had, I've heard this name around, but I hadn't picked up a book yet, so what the heck, I was picking up books. Anyway, so those are all those books. And actually, I'm going to pause here because I have a delivery coming of some more books in another series, kind of, and I'll just put that in here. So this was my bad book buying decision, is I bought all the 2 through 6 of the Legacy of God series, even though I haven't even finished book number 1 by Rena Kent. So again, I did it for the sprayed edges, which was stupid, but anyway, I did it. We have God of Pain, God of Wrath, God of Ruin, God of Fury, and God of War, which just added 5 books to my TBR that I haven't even finished for book 1. So not the best book buying. But anyway, those are the last books. Okay, so this is the last 4 books that I got are books that I have read these. I've recently even reread 2 of them, but I got some really pretty special editions from, I think it was Eternal Embers or something. I don't know. I can't remember who they are. I just realized I don't remember. Yeah, Eternal Embers. That's what it was. So anyway, I got the Green Creek series. So these are by TJ Klune. The first book is Wolfsong, and these are gorgeous hardbacks with different scenes on them. And they are just really pretty. They have gorgeous end pages. I think they're the same on both sides. Yeah. So as I said, this is the Green Creek series is one of my favorite series of all time. As I said, even though I've reread this book a couple times, but I've read the whole series now. I've read through it twice. So I think it's going to be on a rotation in my reading where I'll just want to binge the whole series all of a sudden, and I will do that. And I just adore these urban fantasy series about these werewolves in this small Oregon town and things that go from there. Anyway, so this is Wolfsong. This is book 2, Raven Song. So it has the garage. And then that scene. It has the back. And then book 3 is Heart Song. And then the last is Brother Song. Anyway, so these are gorgeous editions. I will somehow get these up on my shelf up here. I probably will switch out the old hardbacks. I don't know if I'm going to keep those other hardbacks yet because I do have the paperbacks coming in for reading copies. These ones will not be reading copies. These are display only. And again, they don't count towards my TBR since I've already read them, but these are gorgeous. I did spend too much money on them, but this was my birthday gift to myself. So I planned that out. So the money that I spent on these, it was my birthday money to myself. So they, it works. So yeah, I did not need those, and yet they are gorgeous. Anyway, so those are all the books. Those last ones, in the middle clip there, or the last clip before this one, they were excessive. I did not need to do that to myself, but I was going on I'm going on vacation, and I think my mind just was like, I don't want to miss out on these copies, and I just bought them. So we're gonna go with that excuse. Maybe not the best. So we'll see if I can get these all on my shelf somewhere. We'll find out. So anyway, what did you buy in June? Did you get anything good? I got so many good books. I am so excited to read all of these. And again, I have read some of them. I want to read definitely the majority of them right away. We'll see what I can do when I get back from vacation. But anyway, let me know what you bought in June, and I will see you guys later. So we'll Cooper, okay? Bye.